Snorkeling in Belize was just gorgeous. The water just so clear. We snorkeled the southern part of Belize on the reef and the northern part, and we like both areas. This is Laughing Bird K. Some people say Key.
Yes, they pronounce it Key. It's spelled K, but it's pronounced Key. Kind of like Florida Keys.
This is our guide. His name is Vagan, and he was excellent. Taught us a lot. Our friend Nancy came along. She was a real trooper and a joy to have snorkeling.
It was very, very rocky going out to the water, and you're not wearing shoes. You've got your flippers on, and it hurts like crazy to get on those stones. They're very sharp. It's worth the trip, but it's
anyway,
quite a trip.
You can see how clear the water is right here. This guy is really fast.
He blends right into the sand. Hard to see.
It's our guide playing with a little baby fish here. Our guide was very careful not to disturb any of the coral.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was very into his job. He loved what he was doing.
Our guide's picking up a sea cucumber, which is a type of a marine animal.
Looks like a sponge.
What does it feel like?
Kind of spiny.
Was it soft?
Yeah. Wasn't prickly like a sea urchin or anything like that.
We couldn't get too close to the squid because they have a tendency to run away. But we had a ball just watching them. They looked like they were communicating and lining up like soldiers. I really don't know how big they were. And this is a sea cucumber, a little different than what our guide had picked up earlier.
Looks like a big caterpillar.
Yeah, or something else.
No, those are pretty.
Oh, a lot of beautiful fish here.
Oh, there you are.
That's me. Some of these fish look like they would glow. Their colors are so luminescent.
Corals are so beautiful.
I just can't get over how clear the water was there. And lots of color in the coral. Not exactly sure what sponge tubes are. I think those things could be poisonous.
You don't want to touch them for sure.
And some really weird looking types of fish here. Kind of looks like a seahorse stretched out. I don't know what these things keep popping out of this brain coral here. Was kind of interesting. Lots of angelfish, all different types of colors. Lots of different types of snapper, a little bit different than the red snapper we have in the Gulf of Mexico. Look at the trail that this conch is leaving in the sand. I don't know if you ever got to see a conch, but boy, are they ugly. This guy is interesting. By the way, I'm taking these movies with a GoPro camera, and he's attacking the camera right now.
He does not like you in his space at all.
I'm glad he didn't have any claws. Yeah, unfortunately, this was not lobster season, which I believe starts in June.
Yeah, that was one disappointing thing. No lobster.
Yeah, we could have grabbed him, but I think that's a $500 fine.
Yeah.
If caught.
Pretty expensive lobster.
But he would have made a good lunch. If you look carefully in this rock, you can actually see two lobsters there.
Looks like he's protecting the smaller one.
Now we're switching locations. This is the northern part of Belize, near the Mexican border. And Clive is our guide, and that's his son right there. And nice family. They brought some friends from Mexico, and we just had a great time. The Mexican friends couldn't speak English, we couldn't speak Spanish, and so there was a lot of sign language going on. And again, the fish just here, so beautiful.
Here we are swimming again. This beautiful moray eel. I don't know if you can call him beautiful. But he was swimming right underneath me. I couldn't tell how close he was or how big he was, but he looked pretty big to me. I just kept trying to get away from him. They're fascinating to watch. He's probably about, I don't know, 4 feet long?
I would say at least 4 feet. Some people say you get electric shock, but I never touched one, so I don't know.
Here's a nurse shark. They're fascinating.
They're very friendly.
Yeah, they have no teeth, so they can't
I
do any
think they
damage.
had no teeth, yeah.
Yeah, they have no teeth.
A lot of chub.
We saw a couple of turtles, but not many.
They have to come up every once in a while for air, right?
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to touch them. You're supposed to allow them to come up to the surface.
Right. Where they drop anchor, they put some kind of fish food out to attract them. You can see the stingrays. Some of those things are huge. Absolutely huge. Usually they allow you to feed them. They'll bring food along and show you how to feed them from your hand.
These are what they call southern stingrays. They have others that look more triangular shaped that they call eagle stingrays.
Eagle ray.
We saw some of those. Unfortunately, I didn't get any movies of them. Here, Clive's son just put some more food at the bottom there. They're swarming over it.
They'll pick up the nurse sharks and turn them over so you can pet their belly. They like that. They kind of feel like coarse sandpaper. Some people won't get in the water with them because they just hear the word shark and they just assume that they're going to be hurt.
Now, these you don't see too often. So we were pretty fortunate to see a manatee. They're very shy.
Not too pretty, but years ago Renee did a report on them because they were endangered. Now they preserve them. The tarpon are huge too.
Well, we're glad you watched. Hope you enjoyed, and see you soon.
Thanks for tuning in.